Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the author, and as you know, it's the Fast 15, and we normally drop our episodes Wednesday afternoons, typically 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes it's a little bit later, things along those lines. So I thank you guys for joining us. As you know, sometimes you can't wait till the end of the day or the beginning of the next day to kind of pause, reset, reboot, and all those types of things. So hopefully, our time to do so not only gives you a lift, but it does give me a lift as well. Because I know every once in a while it's like I need to stop what I'm doing and get those mini resets. Of course, make sure to like, share, all that type of thing to keep yourselves encouraged as well as others encouraged. And as we always do, we know that whoever's watching this, you might really be going through something. Like all of us are going through something. Let's be real. All of us are going through some type of issue. But sometimes the issues that we're dealing with really can get all over the place. So if that sounds like you or someone you know, please take a moment or two just to kind of pause, slow things down, and just remember while some of the voices don't care, there are a lot more voices that do care. Because when we've had to go through something and people have reached back and helped us out, we get it. So please get it that there are people that care. And of course, if you have access to professional help, please utilize it. If you've just got to try to change up your routine or your way of doing stuff so you can be in a better space and place physically, mentally, spiritually, and all that, please identify those constructive things because we need you around and we want you around. On the flip side, there's people who are doing pretty well. If that sounds like you graduated because it's that time of year for college graduations, high school graduations, your certificate programs, all that type of thing. Congratulations to all the graduates. If you've gone through something and are growing through it, hey, congratulations to you. Please feed off of that positive energy, be encouraged, be excited, and look forward to what's next. So we always make sure to make those notes because we know some people are really going through it and some have finished going through it. So today we're going to go to the old reliable 9 Stories of Faith Volume 1. If you have not gotten your copy right now, you need to get it. Yes, you can get it online, but please support our independent bookstores that are carrying it. And of course, if it's not at your favorite bookstore, make sure to request it. All of these are interview based where people open up about what their biggest daily challenge is and how, through the lens of their faith, their best practices in health and wellness, how they utilize their support network, and how they've changed their way of thinking they still live positive and powerful lives. So I'm going to go to one of the chapters and one of the testimonials in chapter 5, Floyd Mayweather versus Jerry Cooney. For those who aren't familiar, Floyd Mayweather, arguably one of the best fighters of his era. Jerry Cooney was touted as the next great, hype and whatever. And it didn't work out too well for him. I'm sorry, but I mean, that's basically what happened. So, using that as an analogy for life's hurdles, struggles, things along those lines, I want to read this quote, and this definitely goes out to a certain individual. So, here it goes. I want people to know if you get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. I hope people understand that endurance and perseverance are more than just actions, and that staying alive and doing something positive with this life is indeed worth it. Our lives aren't just measured by what you do, as others may determine the positives and negatives. Be mindful of what others are living with. Staying alive is noteworthy, and we have to do something in and with this life. Don't forget to be mindful of what others are living with and going through. Now, this is something that, regardless if you're living with a mental health issue, a high stress issue, or whatever, it's just be mindful. And we've heard the phrase every day above ground is a good day. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, and it doesn't mean it's not going to be without trials and tribulations or frustrations or disappointments or loss or hurt, but you're still here. And while you're still here, that means you can still do something. And if you can do something, you never know what that can build towards. And yes, we know the landscape is chaotic, it's frustrating. We see foolishness and other stuff being put out there and people trying to stifle positives, but just because they're trying to stifle doesn't mean you got to be silent with it. Speak to the pauses that are taking place. Speak to the pauses that you wish and hope to take place. And as one of my good friends said, it's okay to move in inches. Sometimes getting into that positive space does take longer than expected. Things do get off schedule. Things do have you ripping things up and starting over again multiple times. But just do what you can each and every day. And if you're still here, that means you can still do something. So this is a segment of the interview from chapter 5 of the book 9 Stories of Faith. If you don't have your copy, make sure to get it. And of course, request it from your favorite bookstore. So, a couple of different things as we get ready to wind down. We're coming off of a Memorial Day holiday. Hopefully, everyone had safe travels, enjoyable times. I encourage you to do the research on who started Memorial Day. Definitely, because of course they're not going to tell you, but dig deeper and you'll find out that one of the demographics who historically and readily gets marginalized are amongst the most creative and innovative, not only in this country, but on the planet. So I'm going to use that as a little seed to challenge you to look at the History Memorial Day weekend. Coming up for me, June 6th, I'm taking it back to the shop, Legacy Cuts Barbershop, doing a pop-up from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on June 6th. I like going there to kick it with the fellas and, of course, the women that come in there. And, of course, with it being just before Father's Day, make sure to meet, greet, connect, and, of course, add my books, not only to your collection, but that favorite dad, granddad, uncle, godfather, cousin, brother, you name it. Of course, for anybody, but especially, with Father's Day on the horizon. Shouts to fellow creative PT, the Gospel Spitter. Have a great interview that I did with him, so check it out on AuthorASnorton CCS on the gram, as he just dropped his children's book, Good News, as well as a song of a similar title. Yeah, just goodness, there's other stuff that's coming up on the horizon, so stay tuned. But I definitely wanted to make sure to acknowledge those things. Of course, thank you to each and every one of you that's supporting since we've been doing this weekly chat since April of 2020, and of course supporting me since I released my first book in 2017. So there's definitely more in store. So as we get ready to wind down, of course, thank you for taking and making the time. Hopefully the message that was shared is something that is encouraging and speaks to you, with you, for you, and for somebody else. And as I like to close out, even though I flip the order around, the intent, whether small or big, a victory is a victory, whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious, keep it moving. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.